That's if you are single and don't want to mingle on the Halloween. Hello, hello. I just want to ask you, do you have a feeling what now when you are being single at at this time as the Halloween and all celebration happening, you actually fear so many things could happen wrong? And I want to ask you three tips I'm having today as a love and relationship mentor. So stay tuned and see maybe that one fear, which you're actually thinking, are you really afraid of it? Maybe not so scary. So don't you worry. Anything could happen on Halloween, and we know that no matter are you single or not. But today I have three tips, three kind of fears how we can work on, because everybody have some fears on the days, like some celebrations. But actually, Halloween is fearful enough without any fears when you are being single. So, first one, what I really would say, are you feeling like you are the only one single on this celebration, on this moment, like say, on this time, on this October darkness time? Actually, it's a hundreds and thousands and million people feeling exactly the same. So, and actually, that's why October is mental health awareness, because everybody feels this darker, longer nights. They kind of feels a little bit down pulling. And then when coming some celebration, you're feeling, oh, I am on my own. I don't want to go, kind of, and all stuff starting this fear of missing out because you are single, and you're really feeling like you are the only one single person. I remember that feeling myself very much when I was single. And every time, whatever celebration goes, you kind of like, oh, I will see again all those happy couples, those happy people, and feeling like, oh, but I'm not happy, so why should I put on that mask? And actually, the Halloween is the time when you can put on that mask of being maybe happy, maybe not, maybe you want to be like, do put on some crazy mask and be that raw. Now you are allowed to have your real mask if you're feeling a little bit frustrated because of the being single. Because I remember that time, I hate really deep down any celebration. And on Halloween, I felt, oh, that would be lovely. And then you're not going anywhere, or you're going, and then, like I said, seeing everybody happy with couples, like in couple costumes, like I was just saying yesterday, and nobody really being, and but it's many good things of that part. Like you can go and have fun and put on different Halloween costumes. That's kind of when is the time when you can really be with any mask, fun or not fun, sexy or not sexy. That's your time now to be whatever you want to be. And yes, if you feel single, don't worry, it's many more people is the same. So maybe it's time when you can really attract that one perfect one. But if you don't know which one is perfect for you and what kind of person would be the best for you, and you don't want to get burned again and again like I was before, 6 years ago, I was tried everything, being single nearly for 3 years. I felt, oh, why am I attracting this? Why is this happening again and again? And yes, it was a little a reason. And when you're working out, especially with someone who works on it already, like I talked with my mentors, what I didn't have them before, because I thought I can do everything. I will sort it out myself and I will be all perfect. Well, how little I knew about love, about a relationship, about what suits us. Like, oh, and now I can feel if I would be talking with someone from the first days, if somebody would teach us about love, relationship, and how we can attract the right person, even how to know who are we ourselves, it would be a lot easier in the lifetime. But for some reason, nobody teaching us that. Everybody teaching, be cool, be the good, best grades in the school, and that's all will be sorted. No. Sorry to say that, but no. Second one, kind of fear what a lot of people afraid, and that was for me as well, and that's why I'm telling you, because that was one of my fears and actually did happen. um, to be set up on the blind date with someone else, what you don't even kind of probably would fancy in normal life, but actually with the costume looked, that's fun, that's cool, we having a good time, we all had a good time. And then after two kind of calls and all that, okay, maybe it's time to go to a normal date, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't like it, I don't want it. Was great for the Halloween, but that's about it. And then it's very hard to say, well, actually I didn't want to say no on the party or something like that. So it is kind of tricky moment to be set by someone, for the blind date, because definitely we're not coming out on the Halloween with a real face, if I may say. So yes, that's a fear. But who cares? You can have fun, you can go have a good time, and if you're not happy, just say no, or maybe give a chance another time to go have a coffee, not in that kind of moment as the Halloweeny moment. Because I know when we all having fun and we having a couple drinks or something like that, more night out kind of atmosphere and everybody fun and cool, maybe they're not that cool in the real kind of say life. Or maybe yourself, you completely changed, go back to yourself, kind of shell, and you don't want to be that brave as you was, maybe that sexy kind of someone what was on the day, on the Halloween party. So yes, you could be set up. Yes, that may be in the good idea, but at the same time, that's just a little fear. Don't worry. If somebody wants to set you up, they're thinking about you, they care about you, and yes, you can have a good time, and later you can say no if you don't feel like. Don't feel ever what you have to do something. Don't be pushed in anything. Don't be kind of, oh my god, I'm getting old, or whatever women people think. I'm getting to that point where my time is kicking and ticking and all that. You're getting that pressure from your family and all that, and and I was there so much, but at the same time, who knows when is the right time? Nobody can tell when is the right time, because actually when I'm looking now through all my life, now is the best time for me to really understand the person and really to be with that person, because that time was when I was just like in the first class in school. You're just looking around, you're just looking what suits you, you don't know even yourself, who are you. Now I understand what I am, now I know what I want, and now I know where to go and get it. As before, we was like walking around with the eyes covered, and that's not healthy, because we bumped in many trees and got knocked and all that. And yes, they are not that nice, but we need it. And if you bonking in all the trees and still feeling like pain, let's have a talk and take it off that cover of your eyes. Open your eyes to understand yourself, understand others, and actually to understand what really suits you to become a wonderful relationship with yourself first, and then how to attract that wonderful person, what you will be happy together. Because if you don't know who are you, if so how who's what suits you? How do you know which person would be your ideal person? And really, whose person are you to be ideal? You know? So, and the third little question, I actually write it down because I have many single women and men fears before all big celebrations. So many people is actually, I write it down one, but actually, I don't know, is this you? But do you feel like on the after Halloween, we left at home many sweets. Like that's very much in my house was before, but now my child is grow up, so I kind of don't have any more sweets in my house. But I do buy for other kids when they do come trick or treat. And yes, sometimes they do come, and really they want only money. Like they have already full bag of really crappy sweets, you know. So normally they would prefer money. And actually I would prefer to give them money because I notice like they have a lot, you know, like already. So let them eat that, can I say, crap or whatever. But then sometimes we fear what we will left with all them sweets and no, like who will eat them? Ourselves. So I would really say plan your your Halloween trick or treats for others before it comes to the day, because yes, we will be getting treated ourselves later. So if it's many sweets and many kind of naughties, they could end up in our belly. And then don't forget Christmas coming. So don't forget this coming. And then don't forget we actually after Christmas starting dieting as we always do, you know, as normal. So it's always like, let's start and think about it. I'm not saying think about it. I'm just saying, if you're afraid of that, don't buy it. And that's the biggest fear of singles. Like, really, because they're afraid, oh, if I buy it, I will end up eating it myself. But if I'm not buying it, oh, how will I look for the neighbor's kids? Or how will I do? So what I do really, I go and look through in my car, in like in the box of pennies and all that. So I don't even buy anything, but I just give them like couple pennies each, and they just love it. And I know no any kind of say pennies left at home after Halloween, but you know, you would spend a lot more if you would buy the sweets, if you would buy, you know, all that stuff. But in the end, you probably eaten it if it's like not give it away all. Because sometimes kids come earlier or something, or sometimes they kind of go into some party or something and they not even come to you. Or sometimes even my dog barks and I can't even open doors because he's just not let anybody. And yes, that's the biggest fears, to not to left all those leftovers of sweets and all into your belly, and then it's end up, oh sugar, I put on weight. So 3 fears today for single people, girls, boys, they all afraid of that. We all thinking, if I am the single, it must be I am only one. No, you're not. You're not the only one. And actually, that's the good time to go and have fun and get out and really trick or treat. And you know, it's a lot of fun and it's a lot easier, I think, to catch someone, you know, to talk. I loved it when I was single, but of course was many fears as I'm talking to you to yesterday and today and tomorrow. What is singles fear the most, even about any other scoopy spooky things on the Halloween? Many things, but actually it's for yourself as well. What is better to trick or treat is actually even better to go and get couple pennies, change them or whatever, give for kids money than sweets. That's my opinion, and I think that's even healthier for kids, because every child even having some piggy box or something, you know, because and then they may be saving for something, then giving all those sweets, and you know they will be end up in somewhere something, but they actually nothing good as we was thinking could be good. So I would say, if you want to see and check it out, what would suit you for you to attract someone wonderful, perfect, and the person what you're actually looking for, send me a private message and we will chat. We will have a free your future planning session, and we really look into what's better suits you, how can I say, how to get there, and what's really need to do first to find and see who are you and what would you like to become, maybe to attract that person. Or maybe you would like to change something in you first, like I did. I released a lot of fears, I released a lot of wrong beliefs, but they was actually hunting me for years, and they was actually putting by someone else, not by me, but I believed, and they actually stopped it, like big huge block was stopping me from my love to come. And when I removed it, took me only 2 months, and now we 6 years together. And if you want to attract your right person, so you never will have to go and look again, and if you will, that's nothing wrong, because life is giving us teachers what we need to learn some lessons. So it's nothing wrong to go and look for it, but if this lesson keeps repeating, it needs to be done something. So I talk to you tomorrow at the same time. And if you have a friend who actually very much in the same position as I was talking today, maybe you're not single, but you know someone who is single and worrying and not going out on the Halloween, or not sitting, like, sitting at home and being single and kind of really sad, go and send this video to your friend, because that's how is health awareness for others to know what you're not on your own. And if you share with someone this video, people will say thank you, and you never know, maybe next time they'll invite you to their wedding. So it's always good to share it, because if someone's sitting there single and lonely, it's time to do something, not only for them, but actually without pressure. Just say, look, just watch this video. Maybe that will change something, because many people, single people, especially now in darker winter, darker autumn, starting feeling this mental health kind of darkness. So we need to talk about it. But there is always the bright light to go be with people the most kind of really needed. And if you are that person who next to them, no pressure, no pushing, but just be there. And that's why I am always saying, let's believe in love always, and only love will change the world. Not wars, not fights, but actually love. So share your love for your friends, and let's share this love for all. I talk to you tomorrow.